going to talk to me. You're not going to talk to me and talk over me
New York
because you don't want to hear what I have to say.
Oh, I'm listening.
So why don't you just keep your mouth shut?
When political leaders are not living up to our expectations, not living up to the standards by which we believe they should be behaving, we need to criticize them. On the other side of that coin, when they do live up to the way we believe they should be acting, we should praise them. We should tell them, yes, more of this. And that's exactly what happened yesterday. And that's what this video is about, is me praising Hakeem Jeffries, something that I didn't think I'd be doing, because he doesn't do a very good job for the most part. But hopefully there's going to be enough praise of his actions yesterday in a conversation with Mike Lawler, the bearded Trump supplicant, the I'm a moderate Republican, but have never had a cross word to say about the dear leader. I have nothing to say about the fascism. I have nothing to say about the kidnapping and disappearance of people on the streets of America, including American citizens. I have nothing to say about that, but I'm a moderate Republican. Mike Lawler. And Hakeem Jeffries, they had a back and forth, and Hakeem Jeffries says the words, "You're not going to talk over me. Keep your mouth shut." Now, he didn't say it with the gravelly Alex Jones-esque thing that I am unfortunately plagued with when I open my mouth, and this is the sound that comes out. But he said the words, "You're not going to talk over me. You keep your mouth shut." We need more of this energy from Democrats, more especially from leaders. They get run over. They get abused by Republicans day after day after day, which imbues Donald Trump and this administration and the agenda with power, with legitimacy, when it has none. It does not have legitimacy. Watch this from Hakeem Jeffries. I'll play up until the moment with the exchange. We'll talk about it a little bit, and then I'll play the rest of it, because it gets better even after he tells him to keep his mouth shut.
Did you get permission from your boss?
Why don't we sign on right now?
Did your boss, Donald Trump?
You can easily extend
the ACA
right
Did your boss,
now.
Donald Trump,
He's
give
not
you
my
permission?
boss.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not. And by the way,
So let me ask you a
why
question.
did you vote to
Let me
shut
ask
the
you a
government
question.
down?
You
Why
know
did you vote to shut it down?
Let me ask you a question.
For years, you always
Well,
lectured about how we need to keep the government open.
You're making a show of this to
No,
make
it's
yourself
sad.
relevant.
It's sad. You could easily sign on to this.
You're embarrassing yourself
right now. You could sign on to this. The only embarrassment here is you.
You're an embarrassment.
You could sign on to the bill.
Let me ask you a question.
You have 4 Democrats on here. Why won't you sign on?
Let me ask you a question.
It's a clean extension for 1 year.
You voted for the one thing that we vote, correct?
I voted for a tax cut bill that gave the largest tax cut to Americans in history, including, by the way, the average New Yorker getting a $4,000 tax cut. Are you against that?
You're embarrassing
yourself
right now.
You want to cut the standard deduction in half?
The
Is that what
largest
you
cut
wanted
to
to do?
Medicaid in
No, we
American
rooted
history.
out
You voted
waste,
for that.
fraud, and abuse, by the way.
You voted
Tom DiNapoli, the
for a
Democratic
permanent-
controller of New York,
Let me ask you a question.
pointed out that $1.2
If
billion
you're gonna-
were wasted.
Listen, you're not going to talk. You're not going to talk to me.
Wasted
You're not going to talk to me
fraud
and talk
and
over
non-New
me
York residents
because you don't
getting
want to
paid.
hear what I have to say.
Oh, I'm listening.
So why
Go
don't you
ahead.
just keep your mouth shut?
Oh,
because you
is
showed up.
Is that the way?
Who believes? First of all, again, thank you, Hakeem. Thank you, Leader Jeffries. We need more of this. And I hope that there's enough content creators, commentators, political analyzers out there who will be giving praise to Hakeem Jeffries, and he sees it and he recognizes this is the path forward. This is the way to actually provide pushback against Donald Trump, is to deal with his underlings, with his minions. And you heard how Mike Lawler responded when he said, is this what your boss wants? Donald Trump's your boss? No, he's not. No, he's not. Yes, the fuck he is, Mike Lawler. You are a high priest in the cult of Donald Trump. You do what he says. You lie his lies. You tell his tales. You're silent when criticism is necessary. Yes, you are Donald Trump's lapdog. So this is how the exchange played out. We'll replay the shut your mouth moment and let it continue so you could see. And it went on for much longer than I'm going to play here. But again, this is the overarching theme. In my opinion, we need more of this energy from political leaders. I don't know if Chuck Schumer has it in him, being his advanced age and just how he's operated. You know, it's kind of a teaching an old dog new tricks kind of a thing. I don't know that he has it in him, but I would have said that about Hakeem Jeffries yesterday until I saw this. So maybe there is hope. Maybe there's hope. Watch how the rest of this exchange played out, or at least a couple more minutes of it.
Let me ask you a question.
Pointed out that $1.2 billion were wasted.
Listen, you're not going to talk. You're not going to talk to me. You're not going to talk to me and talk over me
New York residents
because you don't want to hear what I have to say.
Oh, I'm listening.
So why don't you just keep your mouth shut?
Oh,
because you showed up.
Is that the way to talk?
You showed up.
Yeah.
And so you voted for this one big
I signed
ugly
on
bill.
For this. You can extend it right now.
A permanent extension of massive tax breaks for your billionaire donors.
So 90% of Americans.
So they can get a permanent extension.
90% of Americans take the standard deduction.
Is that right?
90% of Americans take the standard deduction.
Is that right?
If you had your way, the standard deduction would have been cut in half. That would have been a massive tax increase on Americans all across the country.
You're
you support
here,
that?
Unfortunately,
you're against lifting the cap on salt.
Of your billionaire donors.
The billionaire donors lifting the cap on salt. We put a income cap in place.
Why are you here right now?
An income cap. Didn't you want all Republicans to be here? I'm here.
Where are the rest of your Republican
You wanted
colleagues?
Republicans to be here. I'm here.
Why are you
And
here?
by the way, you can pass an ACA extension right now. Sign on to this bill.
Did your boss
sign
Donald
on
Trump?
to the bill?
Is your boss Donald Trump behind it?
HR 5145. Why don't you get on it?
Mike, is your boss Donald Trump behind that?
Why won't you get on it?
Because you don't work for the American people.
Oh, I do. I work for the people of New York. I work for the people of my district.
Is that why you?
I'm here.
You got 140.
And by the way, I voted for a clean CR to keep the government open and funded. You voted to shut it
You're
down.
embarrassing yourself right now.
Yeah, leader. With all due
Well, as we
respect,
would say
you're the
back in the-
one.
why are you playing yourself?
You're the one
Why are you
who
playing
actually
yourself with
voted
these
to shut
theatrics?
the government down.
Actually, you
It's
know
sad.
that's not true.
It's sad. You voted to shut the government
Listen,
down.
Do Republicans control the House, the Senate, and the President?
Right, and
correct?
you're smart enough to know
Is
that you
right?
need 60 votes in the Senate,
Is
right?
that right? No.
Do you need 60 votes in the
Were
Senate or no?
60 votes needed to pass your one big ugly bill?
Reconciliation, which you
Was
did with
six-
the IRA,
was
and
60
boy, that really reduced inflation.
Are you
did a
trying to
great job
elevate
there.
yourself because you're afraid
I'm not
you're
trying to
about
elevate
lose
myself.
re-election?
No, I'm not going to lose
Let me ask you a
re-election.
question.
You spent $42 million last cycle.
Mike,
You didn't do
Mike,
that
let me
great.
ask you a question. Why aren't you running for governor right now?
Because I actually enjoy this job, and I'm here to do it. And by the way, you could actually pass.
Pretty good. I also want to note this. You notice the little DJI mic on Mike Lawler's collar on his lapel? He went there for this moment. He's mic'd up by his staff for this moment. Hakeem Jeffries just, I guess, happened to come by. And I'm glad, hopefully, this may communicate this, that Hakeem Jeffries actually has this in him naturally, and he subdues it. And if that's the case, great. Be you, Hakeem. Do you. You do you. We like that. We need more of that. More, whatever your natural inclination is, if indeed it is your natural inclination, we need that. Not with these washed and laundered talking points from consultants and strategists. If this is you, be you. The American people need that. The country itself needs that. The Constitution of the United States needs that. It demands that to be saved. What do you think? Am I wrong? Do we need more aggression from our leaders in the Democratic Party or not? You can sound off in the comments below. You can also tell me via voicemail, if it's a brief one, please, 714-576-4054. And of course, as always, you can email me daily@dollemore.com. Please consider helping support this work monetarily for $2 a month. For $1.99 a month, you can help support on YouTube, become a channel member, click the join button below the video, or you can go over to patreon.com/IDoubtIt podcast. Same deal, $2. It doesn't just support the podcast. We just got stuck with that web address because that's how I started, is doing a podcast twice a week called I Doubt It. You should subscribe to that too. Anyway, thank you for your consideration. I appreciate you very much. I'll see you next time. More of this, Hakeem Jeffries. More of this. Be genuine. Take care of one another.